Well, you want to see the building of the skulls? She's allowing me to go upstairs and take a look from up above where the camera shot it from. You see that face in the stone. I am in Toronto, Ontario, Canada today to film the locations of one of my all-time favorite movies, The Skulls, with Joshua Jackson, Paul Walker, just an unbelievable cast. Now, it's based on the Skull and Bone Society, a secret society of Yale University, but I don't believe anywhere in the film do they use the name Yale or do they refer to Yale, but that's what it's based on. And interestingly enough, even in the movie, they give watches to the secret society members. And Joshua Jackson actually obtained a real watch and gave it to director Rob Cohen after the filming as a gift. So you got to come with me today. You do not want to miss this. This is going to be a good one. Let's go check it out. Our first site to match up from the skulls is, of course, Buell Hall. You see them walking along, Joshua Jackson. They're walking right here in front of this building. And you see a sign that says Buell Hall as they walk by. You see them walking right here, and you see that building in the background. And you see the building again in the movie because, like I said, it's Buell Hall. Now, they're coming up here and they're talking about the skulls, the secret society. What are they hiding in there? What's behind there? Well, you want to see the building of the skulls? Check that out right there. Now, it had a lot more ivy on the outside of the building, but it's right there. That's the building of the skulls.
We know you're up there!
Yeah, we know you're down there.
Now you can see people are taking wedding photographs or engagement photographs, but that's the building. So they come right down here. They're walking right down here where those people are. They come right up here, and there's the building of the skulls. Pretty cool to see that, right? Okay, let's go check out another site. Alrighty guys, you want to see where the dorms were that they lived, that stood in for the Ivy League dorms? Well, it's right here. This building, you can see it in the skulls because it is the dorms of where they are staying. Check that out. And you want to know what else you see clearly in the movie? Is this archway. You see this path in the movie. And you can tell by both the architecture and the top. Pretty neat, right? I think it is anyway. And there's the shot of the dorms. Now, remember Hill Harper's character Will, who plays Luke's roommate in the film? He's actually modeled after Rob Cohen's roommate from Harvard. but it takes place right here. Very, very cool. Alrighty guys, we have to go check out another site. Let's go. Alrighty guys, our next site is of course the dining hall. Now in the Skulls, they show the dining hall and the camera shows it from up above, and it's a massive room, like it's a large room, and that's where the characters are eating. Well, it's one I've really been looking forward to seeing, and it's right here. Now fortunately, the person working there is allowing me to go upstairs. I saw a sign that said do not enter, but she's allowing me to go upstairs and take a look from up above where the camera shot it from. So you got to come check this out. This is cool. Let's go check out the dining hall from the Skulls. Let's go. Now, does that look familiar? That is the dining hall right there that's shown in the Skulls. You see that when they're eating. How cool is that, right? Another filming location of the Skulls. Very cool to see that. Alrighty, let's go check out another site. Alrighty guys, we're at another Skulls filming location right here. Now, do you remember in the movie, The Library? They're using the library, scenes happen inside the library. Well, it happens right here. This is the library in the Skulls. We're at a different location now, but it's right here. Now, in the movie, you can clearly see that building. You can't see it now, but it's a red building, red brick building. You see that clearly in the movie as they're walking up to the library. And do you notice the design on the pillars? You see that clearly in the movie. Now, many times the inside of a building is on a different sound stage, in a different location, but they actually use the inside of the library. And the library is right upstairs. Right there, up there. Let's go inside and check out the library where they actually did the filming. Let's go check it out. Alrighty guys, now as soon as we enter the library, we can match up scenes. Check out the statue. You can see that right behind where they enter into the library. Now Lucas McNamara, he's in the library. Everything is identical. Now when you go into this back room, that's where that spiral staircase is. Check that out. And there goes Lucas running up the staircase. It is incredible in here, guys. Absolutely beautiful. So much of it happens right here by the staircase. Incredible, eh? Absolutely beautiful. Alrighty guys, let's head on to another site. Alrighty guys, so the Skulls go for their retreat, and a lot of that is filmed right here in Casa Loma. Now, they come here and they're being shown their rooms. Let's check out where that was filmed. You look straight down this hallway and there's where the Skulls were shown their room. Now, As they're walking down this hallway, you see the windows in the background. You can match it up exactly. Check out the lights. The walls, nothing's changed. But they're coming down here and he says, Caleb, this is your room. He's pointing out the different rooms and he says, Lucas McNamara, this is your room.
Mr. Mandrick, you will be in here. Mr. Mobison, you shall be in here. And Mr. McNamara, you will be in here.
And when you look down the other way, you know it's not shot that way, even though there are similar windows, because of all the openings. All the bedrooms are down here. And Caleb's bedroom was over here, and Lucas McNamara was near the end. But that's where it was shot. Pretty cool, right? It wouldn't be complete if I didn't take you inside Lucas McNamara's room, right? I've got to take you inside. Remember, he opens up the box. It's the suit coat, and he puts it on, and then he goes and jumps on the bed. Well, let's go check out his room. Alrighty, guys. Now, Lucas goes to his bedroom, and he's excited. He runs in the room, and there's a box waiting for him. Well, let's go check out the room. Here's the room right here. Now you can match up in the movie those pillars right there, that entryway, and they had it dressed differently. They had the bed right back there. And up here, there's a table and there's a box. And of course, Lucas opens it up and there's a sport coat in there for him. But it happens right here. And you want to know what else was filmed here? I mean, there's been a lot filmed here, but right off the top of my head, Cocktail with Tom Cruise. They used this room. So the table's right there. Once he puts on the sport coat, he runs to the back, jumps on the bed. And like I said, they dressed it differently, so the furnishings will look different, but the structure itself, it hasn't changed at all. Paul Walker, Caleb, comes in and helps him tie his tie. Let's go inside and see where Caleb comes from. So this is just a washroom, right? But it's actually the door that Paul Walker uses when he comes in there. So right over here, this is where the table is. And Lucas comes right over here to the table. He opens up the box, and then he comes right back here, and the bed's right there. But then he's tying the tie, and he's having a hard time tying his tie. He's actually standing over here. He's tying his tie. And right in that door right there, Caleb walks in. Paul Walker. And Paul Walker standing right there. And he walks over and he helps him tie his tie. And then what do you see behind their head as he's tying? Oh, the camera shoots it right from this angle. You see that archway as Paul Walker, Caleb, is helping Lucas McNamara tie his tie. It all happens right in here. Pretty neat, right? It was all filmed here. But they have their big gathering. All the girls come. Where does that take place? Does it take place in here? Yeah, it does. So we're gonna go check it out. Let's go check out another location in here. They have a big celebration when they're at the retreat. And all the girls walk in that are assigned a skull. Well, let's check out where that happened, because it's right over here. And I'll match up some scenes from it exactly. Now, This is the room right here, and you get an overhead shot of the room. And I have to tell you, in the movie, the room, because of the lens used, it looks much wider. That's where you see them all standing. Where does Lucas and Caleb, where do they enter the room? They actually enter the room right here, because you see these pillars right beside Paul Walker. This is where they enter, right there. And you can match it up exactly. So they come in. They're all gathering right in here. And they're talking. And of course, about Caleb's father's expectations of him. Then Caleb says to Lucas, well, talking about love, and they look to the doorway, and all the girls come in right here. So they're looking right up there, standing right about here, and you see this when the girls walk in. You can see the wall here. They use these doors, and right behind them you can match out exactly the design of the doors. So they're coming from this area here. You don't see the back area where they're coming from, but you see this door behind them, and they come in that door right there. And then she comes up to Lucas and tells him she knows everything about him. That's where they enter. And Paul Walker is seen leaving with two girls as Lucas McNamara looks over at him. Pretty cool, right? Okay, we got to move on to another scene. Check that out, guys. This is where the funeral scenes were. In the skulls, right here. This is where Will Beckford's funeral was. It all took place here. Incredible. That's incredible. Alrighty, let's go check out another site. Alrighty, guys. Now, do you remember the end of the original Skulls? The finale. It's a pivotal scene in the movie, and Lucas challenges Caleb to a duel. I'm not going to tell you what happens because it'll wreck it for you if you haven't seen it, but it happens right here where I am. Now, when the Skulls come out, there's a young Canadian actor, Jesse Nilsson, who's part of the Skulls, and he's in the movie. And he passed away young. I visited his grave in another vlog. I'll post a link to that in the description. But in this scene, Lucas, Caleb, they're ready to duel. It takes place right here. Right here. Now, in the movie, they're just doing a photo shoot there, but I'm going to show you anyway. Now, in the movie, you see the skulls come right out here. And you see that face in the stone. You see it right here. Now in it, they set up the table right there in the middle of the stage. And they put the guns on there. But you see all of this in the film. Now where does Lucas come out? Lucas comes out right over there. So he's walking. Now Caleb's father walks across, and you can see that archway right behind him. And at that point, he tells Lucas there's only two ways this is going to end. Lucas says, how is it going to end? And he says, well, you're either going to withdraw the challenge or be dead. That takes place right here. Right here. And even when Lucas is there, you see that right behind him as he comes out. And he looks straight across and he sees the skulls right there, the rest of them. Pretty surreal, right? It happens right here. Now, like I said, I'm not going to give it away, but in the very, very center of the platform,
your right hand holding there?
Something pivotal happens at the end of the movie. Now, it doesn't seem like whenever I come here, there's always somebody at a wedding party or somebody taking pictures. I can never seem to get it empty. Of all the movie locations I have visited all across the country, for me, this has to be near the top because it's really cool to see this. So anyway, I'm really, really glad you guys came along with me today. Hit that subscribe button if you want to go on more adventures. I always like to say life is like a book, and I want to read it with you. Until next time, guys, it's your friend Chris. Peace.